Hello, thank you so much for rewind. Hello, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Melisa, but you can call me Mel. And today I wanted to start off by apologizing because I am uploading a few days late. I do have a good excuse. I have been celebrating my birthday this week, hence the nice attire because I am going out for dinner. But I did want to take the time to record a video because it just makes me happy to share with you guys. Taking the time to record my videos is really the only opportunity I have to go on full plant mom mode and talk about my plants and anything new that's happened. In this video, I am going to be counting down my top 5 lessons that I've learned from my plants. So I'm going to start with number 5 and count down to number 1. I'm going to share with you some of the birthday plant mom gifts that I've received, which I think is pretty cool. I think this year being a plant mom allows people the opportunity to really just buy me plants or gift cards or whatever it is. So it's a lot easier, I think, for people to think about what to give me. So I think that's pretty cool because this is the first year that that has happened. I am going to be showing you some of those gifts that I've received. And then on top of that, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the lessons that my plants have taught me this year because it is my first year being a plant mom, and I've definitely learned a lot about myself, a lot about my plants. So I'm just going to share that with you. Leave a comment down below if there's any other lessons that your plants have taught you. To start off, I'm sure you see me holding this cute little cup. So this was a gift from my boyfriend. One of our friends, she does some crafts and projects, and she has an Etsy shop. I could leave a link in the description. So of course it says Plant Mom on it. I think it's super cute, and of course it's one of my favorite water cups to use right now. And obviously we have the Monstera leaves around it. It is one of my favorite plants, so I think my boyfriend knew that and let Nicole know, the person that made this. So if you see me sipping on this, it's just my water and nothing exciting, but I think it's just very convenient. I have it on my desk because I do work from home, and it's just cute. The colors, I love it. So definitely it was a great birthday gift because it's something that I will actually use day to day. All right. So now moving on to the first lesson I've learned from my plants. Be thankful when our basic needs are met. So our plants, give them some water, give them some light, monitor the humidity. Really, with the basic needs, they are happy generally. We're not talking about the drama queens. We're just talking about most of the plants. As long as you meet their basic needs, they are happy. And they've just reminded me to think about and be grateful for the basic needs that are being met in my life. Roof over my head, food on the table, a bed to sleep on. I'm grateful for that, for them to remind me, my plants reminding me to just think about those basic needs. So for the next lesson I've learned, I think the first one I said first, I meant the 5th. So now we're down to number 4. And it is finding the beauty in the imperfections. I'm just going to just show you the plant that I have here. So this is a Ficus Audrey. This is another birthday plant gift that I received. It's so beautiful, and I wish you could touch the leaves, but it's almost like a very soft, minimal furry leaf. I don't even know how to explain it, but super nice, and I'm just excited for it to grow taller. It's very similar to the rubber tree plants that have the same idea, the same way that it grows. It's just that this is not as thick of a leaf. Anyways, this was one of my wish list plants, and I'm excited that I got it for my birthday. And so the lesson for imperfections, I think, with plants, we look at Instagram and we want our plants to look gorgeous and beautiful and, perfect, but really, they're not, right? There's gonna be a little bit of that browning on the tips of the leaves. There's gonna be some yellowing. Maybe we're gonna get some bugs, and it's okay because it's part of just the life of the plant. Just like us, right? As humans, we are gonna get sick. There's gonna be some things we don't like. There's gonna be some things that we're gonna wanna improve on. So same idea, my plants have reminded me to just find beauty in those imperfections and just appreciate myself and my positive or my good qualities, and don't fixate or focus on the things that I just want to improve or things that I'm not happy with. So I thank them for giving me that lesson. All right, so for number 3, I'm going to be showing you my bird of paradise. This one was another gift, and I love it so much. It's very unique. The leaves are just curled, and I don't know if you've seen a few of them. They will split, but this one is, I feel like, so perfect and untouched, nice and green, and it's more of a vertical element. So I'm excited to use this in my home as some sort of decorative piece. So for the next lesson that I've learned from my plants is self-care is important. So with our plants, I mean, we could just sit them on the shelf and not worry about them, and maybe they'll die, maybe not, maybe they'll get bugs, maybe not, but just like humans, we do need that self-care. So for my plants, every week I just clean their leaves, make sure the dust is off, make sure that there's no bugs, just inspect, right? So I think that's part of the self-care of the plant, to make sure that it's living its best life. Trimming it where it needs to be trimmed, checking if it is yellowing or browning. Okay, let's check the soil, figure it out. If it needs to be repotted, stuff like that. So I do take the time to give my plants that self-care. And in the process of that in itself has been a piece of my self-care. Through this whole process and working from home, I really needed to find something that had nothing to do with what I did for work. And I found that in my plants and being a plant mom. So I am able to just focus on my plants, and it's something about it that just provides that self-care for me, taking care of something else and focusing on something else, right? And just being excited about it. Plants have been more of a positive piece of my life, and again, I thank them for that. As humans, it is important for self-care, taking that time for ourselves, doing something that we love, or if it is organizing or decorating or cleaning, or if it's playing a sport or reading, whatever it is for yourself. Self-care. And for me, it is taking care of my plants and reminding myself that it's okay to take a step back and take care of myself as well. So yeah, so that's my next one. So for my second last lesson, so for number 2, patience is key, and it is actually a virtue, okay? Although a lot of us say, cliche in a way, but to be honest, especially when it comes to me being a plant mom, plants have reminded me that patience is an important piece, and it is something that you need, because we live in a world where we want instant gratification, or we want results like yesterday. But plants remind you that it does take time for beauty to happen, or for progress to be seen, or for any kind of reward that is actually shown. So for this lesson, I'm going to be showing you my first Hoya in my collection. I'm super excited because this was actually a cutting that I received from a family member. And I told her, I'm like, you can consider this a birthday present, because I don't have Hoya in my collection and I'm a little leery about it. I know there's a lot of hype around Hoya, but there's only a few Hoyas that I like, and this is one of them. I just love the foliage, the green, the speck of white. So I'm excited to see this one grow, because they're all just cuttings and I put them in one container. And yeah, so that ended up being a free but still rewarding plant gift that a family member gave me. So like I said, patience is key. I think especially when it comes to Hoya, there are some Hoya that can grow slower, some Hoya that can grow faster. So for the patience piece for this plant specifically is the rooting process, because I wanted to root in order for it to become a plant in itself. So I am patiently waiting for that. I do have it in my propagation box because I just want to increase the humidity to allow it to grow those strong roots. If you haven't seen my propagation box video, I'll link it at the end of this video as well, or you can check it out under my channel. So yeah, so I'm excited. I have my first Hoya. Like I said, there's quite a big hype on it, and obviously we get curious as plant parents, and obviously I got curious. I think I felt less guilty because this was free, and there's a couple of Hoyas that I want that are actually more expensive, so I feel less guilty taking a cutting that's free versus spending a decent amount, like $50 on a plant. So yeah, there's my Hoya. Last but not least, for my number one lesson that my plants have taught me this year is to slow down. And I think that is a true reminder, especially for the world that we live in right now, is just to slow things down. And, you know, connecting with a lot of the other lessons I've learned is just to be grateful, be thankful for the things that we do have. So my plants have reminded me to just slow things down and take it easy. So for the last plant I'm showing you is a Dracaena Janet Craig. I have one of these already, but I've had it for like 2 years. I had it in my office when I was working at my work. Now that I'm working remotely, obviously my plant collection has expanded. This one was also a birthday gift, and there's actually 2 plants in one. The thing I like about this one is it's also a good decorative staple item that you can put on a desk or on a table in your kitchen, and it's just the foliage is nice and green, nice and full. I just put it in a tin bucket that I got from the dollar store, and there you go, you have a decorative piece for your home. So this is something I'll definitely put in my kitchen or in a bathroom or in my dining area. I just like the fact that it's so simple but yet so appealing, and it makes a good like centerpiece, for example. So with that, I keep just slowing things down, and with my plants as well, as they grow, you know, it's a very slow process. So as a plant mom, I've had to remind myself to slow down, don't expect so much from my plants, because it's gonna take time, right? With anything that we do in life and anything that comes with our plants, it is going to take time. So we need to slow things down, take a step back, and just appreciate the small progress that we see in our plants and also in ourselves. And I've been able to use that as a reminder, especially with working from home, just to slow things down, you know, have my workspace, have my plant time, have my self-care time. Leave a comment down below if there's any lessons that you've learned as a plant parent. I'll also link some videos at the end of this video as well. If you want to check it out, give it a thumbs up if you like this kind of video. And also, if you want to give me a birthday present, hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel grow, and I am looking forward to uploading 1 or 2 videos a week. Obviously right now I'm trying to keep it at 1 video a week. Just be patient with me since I'm moving and stuff like that, but hopefully once I'm settled, I'll have more content up for you. All right, take care, and I'll see you soon.